Good afternoon, traders, and welcome to another edition of Awesomecallstrading.com. I would like to welcome you, and my name is AJ of AJ Trader 7 on Twitter, right here, AJ Trader 7. I am one of the moderators in this great room. We have a room full of some of the most talented moderators in the world, and Jenny Moore, Raphael, Dave the Trader, Fire, B Trades, Dark Sides, and Palmer. Plus, we have just an incredible group of traders that come in every day, trade alongside, and I'm sure a lot of you see them on Twitter because I love what traders do in here, capturing their gains and just doing extremely well and making money. And the whole purpose of day trading is to have that freedom to pay our bills, um, work from home, work in an environment that we're happy, take care of our family, and that's what day trading's about. It's about being successful, helping one another. The whole point of day trading is to basically, and I'll put it in a nutshell, if you can look at a stock and predict where that stock's going to go before it goes, all right, and you can make money on that movement, you're a day trader. That's what day trading is. Okay, but the problem is that everyone out there seems to have a secret formula. I mean, a guy could trade for 6 months and all of a sudden he's got the formula to success. You got another guy or girl that, wears a bikini or a mini skirt and says, look how great I am. But all they want to do is, they're not selling anything. Then you got some that only want to stick to 5 stocks because it's simple. They call it the simple solution. Why get it complicated? Why would you want to trade HIIQ? Why would you want to trade FAS or DERM? Stay away from that. Just stick with the MUs and the Facebooks and the Nevadas. Then you got the small cap crews out there that just simply see a stock, a $5 and less cheap stock, and then short it. That's kind of all they want to teach all day to their chat rooms. And then then you got just some that just you get in there and they take a $3 stock and go, oh my God, I think they found oil, and I'm going to go long here. And then they have a group of 600 people that just pop a stock, and the first one out is the guy who alerted that they thought they had oil, and then he goes about 20 minutes later after he cashes out and makes $5,000. He says, "Oh, I think they found dirt." Yeah, so there's nothing there. Then you get the other chat rooms out there that kind of have their own click and their own language. Um, I'm taking the fizzle on the nizzle and taking a sponge bath and doing a bubbly, and you're like, did you go long? I mean, what the fuck? I don't. I mean, what? Then you got the chat rooms out there that never lose. I mean, actually never lose. And I think we know one came from here. It's literally like every stock you mention. Oh, she says, "Oh, I have that. Oh, I have that. I have that. I have that." I love the ones that I have that. I don't see an entry or exit or your spreadsheet. Didn't even know you were in it. Well, I have it now because it went up 20 points. So you didn't know that? And then of course you got the notorious rooms that just do worth watching. And worth watching is I'm watching and I'm thinking and but I'm watching it. So if the stock moves up, you get credit for it? Yes, because I watched it. Okay, and if the stock moves down, what does that mean? Well, I watched it, you know? So then you come to awesome calls. After you go through all that garbage, waste all that money and time, and all these people selling their secret sauce products, DVDs, all this other stuff. You kind of walk in and you come into this room called Awesome Calls Trading, and you're like, what is this? Why do they call themselves Awesome Calls? What you don't realize is that every morning around 3 o'clock in the morning, 3:30, I get up, like some traders that do this full time, and I go through the whole market. I look at every news, every gap up, why it's gapping, um, and I predict where the stock's going to go and why. And as I go through my selection of maybe 30, 40, 50 stocks, I try to narrow it down to a top 12. And every day when I get up, I focus on 12 ideas that can make day traders money. But it's not just writing down my thoughts. It is important that I write down the reason why I pick this stock. and then I give an entry and then an exit and what to look for in the stock. I always have to give three things: an entry, an exit, and the why. This is because as you know in our room, I really emphasize that I want a trader to learn to find his own trades. That's really important. The trader shouldn't depend on me. The only thing the trader should depend on with me is the guidance. Hey, do you see this? Do you like this? And so much that I see every day is traders just developing their own skill levels from what they've learned in here. Some even open up chat rooms. But what I admire is that really want the trader to understand, why is the stock selling off? Why is the stock moving up? Why is the stock doing this? And the more the trader understands the move, the better trader he'll become. And it's important to me that, every detail is acknowledged in the room: the entry, the exit, and the why. The more a trader knows, the more a trader can learn, the more a trader will earn. And the ultimate goal is, instead of doing 50 shares or 100 shares, you could do 200 shares, 300 shares, capture a point, 2 points, and make $600. Do you realize if you do one or two plays and make $500 a day, you literally make basically 500 times 5 is 2,500 a week, which is 10,000 a month. Now, I know a lot of you work part-time and a lot of you work full-time and you try to squeeze day trading in. But imagine for a moment if you could just spend a quality time learning the move before it moves. Imagine knowing the stock is going to move a certain direction. And that's really what I try to emphasize every day when I come in the room. Look at this stock. This stock is going to do this because. This stock is going to do this because. Just like the Boeing this morning. I didn't really need to tell anybody in Awesome Calls Trading to pick up Boeing at 366, 365 this morning. It was kind of automatic. And if you didn't, I mean, do you really need me to tell you to buy that stock? Right now I'm personally holding a Boeing at 370.44, looking for a 374 move. And I already took my limit off at 372 because I want 374 to close. It's the confidence like that where you can buy 100, 200, 250 shares, 300 shares, knowing Boeing's going to make. So imagine just 250 shares of Boeing at 370.44. The stock is 371.61 right now. I could cash out. I can cash out, make $300 right now. But what's the point? If I feel like the stock's got more in it, I'm going to wait because I know this stock. I play it almost every day. And I have the confidence because I do the homework. And that's really what it comes down to. When you do homework and study, and really study, and I mean study analysts, study the move of the stock for the day. Why did the stock move? Why is it moving to begin with? What is phase one? What is phase two? What is phase three? What's the impact of that? What does an analyst say? Why is this analyst more important than this analyst? If an analyst gives a call and says the stock is worth this, why is the stock coming down? Why is it going up? How does the news impact the stock? And there's so many people out there today in today's world that will not trade the news. They refuse to trade it. They refuse to trade the event. They'll look at the chart and go, I think it could go do this if it hits these lines. But what if you had the news behind it? What if you had the news behind the event? Okay, so I want to show you, when I read the news, what it tells me and what I can tell the traders in the great chat room of Awesome Calls Trading. I'm going to take you through a few trades, okay? So I'm going to start with the first one is Derm, okay? Now, Derm was our number one pick. I wrote these thoughts when the stock was sitting at $11.98 this morning. By the time I got in, it was $12.03 by the time I executed. I immediately put it into the room. The stock was going to make a move to $14 at the open. I want you to look to this. I would like a pop at the open to $14. I wrote this at about 5 minutes to 6 o'clock Pacific time in the morning. Stock was sitting at 12. Now, I want you to think for a minute, just for 1 second. If you never traded in your life, but you trusted this chat room, and you took 500 shares, okay, or 5,000 buying power at 12 bucks, 6,000 buying power, and you walked in this chat room and you said, do you really honestly see this going to 14 at the open? Yes, I do. Can you explain to me why? The reason why I see it is because it is a phase two. Phase two usually runs. It's not a phase one or phase three. It's not an FDA approval. Phase two is the most meat of a stock that can run. On top of that, Mitsu made a big comment this morning about 6 times that he felt that the underwriter felt, the analyst felt that the stock would hit 15 today. That told me that there was momentum, a lot of momentum. Even though the stock was already up $6, almost 100%, I felt very confident the stock would probably hit 14 on that comment from Mitsu. How do I know that? I study analysts. I know this analyst. I've played his calls many, many times. I understand the stock. I understand the shorts on the stock. I understand the float. I understand how many shares have already been traded in pre-market. I accumulate all of that to give an accurate call. Okay? So here's the call. Long at 12, take it to 14, dump it into the open, top it off, and 3 to 4 points on the bottom. It should fade. Expect an ATM. An ATM is an offering. The stock will have an offering within the next 48 hours. My guess is it'll be between $10 and $12 at around 10 to 15 million shares. Okay? So now I just take you into the call. So if you were in that chat room and you were able to execute in pre-market, which most of us can, okay? So you take it long right here. You see how I alerted? Look at the timeline. This is my alert. This is how powerful the room is. The minute I put it on here, this is the power of the room. 60,000 shares were bought, and another 36,000 shares were bought in pre-market. You see that? This is the alert in the room. The minute I typed it down, it didn't move like that. You see that? Look at the timeline. 547, 549, 550, 551. AJ walks in at 553. He says good morning to everyone. Hello, hi, how are you? And then AJ starts his notes. And at 5:55, I wrote the note, which is right here. I'll show it to you right here. Here's the note. I started right here at 5:55. The minute I write, and the reason is because you have to understand, this room is trained most of the chat rooms that are running today. All right, so there's about 14 rooms that visit our room every day, and they copy and paste our notes and put it in their rooms. It's the only way they can survive, okay? Because they can't trade worth shit, so it's better to copy and emulate, the best chat room in the world. So I'm not just looking at it. Our own great chat room isn't looking at it. The entire stock trading world, small cap, is looking at it. So once I start to write, it's gone. Now, I want 14. Why do I want 14? Mitsu thinks it'll go to 15, but I want to play it safe for the traders in the room. So we're going to go long the stock to $14, and I want you to see. Long here at 12, ding, 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 ding. Market hasn't even opened yet. Ding, 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 ding. Market still hasn't opened yet. Ding, ding, boom, market opens. Guess where it hit? $14 a share. And yes, did it go higher? Yes, it did. It did almost what Mitsu said, almost 15. But because I did the homework and I studied it, I was able to, predict where the stock would move. And what it does is it produces a winner for the room. I understood the stock. I understood it was a phase 2. I understood why. I did all my homework so everyone in the chat room could win. And literally, if you would have been in here, you could have been done in the first 10 minutes of the bell. You could have been done in pre-market. The bottom line is you would have been done. You didn't have to trade the rest of the day. Just walk away. And for those of you that made 1,000, 1,500, 1,200, 1,700, okay, it's because you understood, hey, AJ likes this call. He feels it's going to make a move. I trust AJ's judgment. I'm going to take 1,000 shares. Boom, it moves 90 cents. You make $900 and you're done. You literally do not have to trade for the rest of the day. It was a phase 2. Okay, that's just term. The next one that we did was Boeing. I mean, Boeing is your standard, come on, really? Now this time, the black box had been recovered, as we know, but the black box had details that they haven't really released a lot of it. And so pre-market, anything 365, 367, you got to buy the stock anyway. So that's already given. Why? As I explained to you in the last webinars, in the last 10 days, you can see how it holds. No matter how negative the news is, or how, this week Barron's did a negative article, it doesn't matter. The stock found its base, and it's showed that over and over repeatedly. So as a day trader, I understand that. I see that vulnerability at 367, 370. Remember now, we ran all the way almost to 380, 385 just on Friday. And there's a lot of stock up here. So the investors are not going to allow this stock to collapse. It just will not happen. They'll continue to receive their contracts. They're going to fix this problem. They're going to identify the issue. And when they do, the stock's going to ramp right back up to 400 plus. Everybody's going to buy this stock. And trust me, it's going back up. Okay? So at this point, as a day trader, I'm just trading the middle day action. So pre-market, I want to go long 366.50 and take it to 370, 371 and sell it. If it dips again, I want to buy it down again. So, and I like to get the stock up to 374 if I can today. Break out this 372.50 and just keep going. So we'll see. Right now, it's got a really nice base here. They're grinding, swapping shares all day long, 10, 15,000 shares at a time. But for a trade, from a day trade perspective, the 366 was a great all the way up to 372, and any consolidation coming down, and we're long again. Okay. The next one I want to give you is a stock called Lumber Liquidators. A lot of you don't understand Lumber Liquidators, and that's okay. You don't trade it in your room, and that is also okay, I guess, if you if you want to trade, honestly, if you're so into this Apple and make $1 or 80 cents and then brag to the world how you made $18 on your option trade. I mean, I guess if that's really what you want to do, I guess, well, wouldn't you want to come in and you had to risk what, $2,000 for that trade or $1,000 of your money? Wouldn't you want to just come in and just get some Lumber Liquidators? I'll show you the stock here. Lumber Liquidators. Okay, here's LL. Now, lumber earnings didn't come out too good, and I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, the CFO resigned. So he had enough of the company. He's just like, I'm done. I can't do this. I'm out. But the stock was coming down. I was hoping he would touch 850 because I would long it. So I told traders, go ahead and go long at 870. Give it room to 8. If it does, traders, Lumber Liquidators is not going bankrupt. It still has value. So the numbers were maybe not that great, but shorts are going to want to cover. So I tried to explain in detail. I like to see this touch 850 and long. If it pops at the open, look for the 10 spot and then you can fade it back. However, I would be buyer on the weakness and I'd pick some up at 870 and let it drop if it does. The stock will touch 10. Again, my homework. I'm giving you the entry, the exit, and the why. The entry, the exit, and the why. All right? I'm not playing games here. This is live money, real trading, and it's important that you understand the move. Okay? So we're going to gap fill this a little bit. We're going to cover some shorts at the open, just enough to give you a 50 cents to $1 move. So if you took 1,000 shares with 10,000 buying power, you were going to make $1,000 on my notes. Okay? Are you ready? So you just simply go to the stock. Here's your entry when I told you, buy some at 870. There's your entry. I said the stock would short cover at the open to $10. There's your $10. It hit $9.99. That is the kind of chat room you're in. I don't tell you this is worth watching. I will never tell you, a trader in Awesomecalls Trading, this is worth watching. I will not do that. And for those services that you go out that will not give you an alert, and they say, we're not an alert service. Can I ask you something? Why the fuck are you paying that subscription anything? Why are you even in that room? If the person that runs the room says to you, I am not an alert service, so what am I supposed to do with Lumber Liquidators? I don't trade it. So I'm not going to alert it anyway, so what the fuck you care? I trade Apple. I trade NVIDIA. So I don't get to trade this in your room. No, I have no interest in trading that. But in Awesomecalls Trading, this is just one trade. What if you can't afford Apple, NVIDIA, Amazon? What if your account isn't even near that? Are we going to suffer? You're paying, what, $150 that room or something? And you're fucked. But in here, you can buy 250 shares and make $300 on 250 shares buying $2,000 worth of stock. Literally, if you have an account of what, $500 cash, 6 times buying power, 3,000. Do you realize you could have bought 250 shares with that money on a $500 cash account using margin money, and you would have made $300? You would have made 70% on your money on $500. I don't think a checking account could do that. And there's no reason to be afraid of the move. I mean, really? Here's another one. OSTK. Now, OSTK is garbage. It really is. It was a runner on emotion before and all this other stuff. But there is a certain point where a stock hits that you literally have to go long the stock. And it's one of those things that the stock's not going to sell off. It's not going to die. Even on shitty earnings, it's still going to make a move because there's too many shorts in there. Most platforms like TD don't have shorts available, unfortunately. And so I was looking on the bias of I want the pull, but if it hits the number I want you long the stock. Okay. And so my number today on OSTK when it was sitting at 20, 21, 20, 1980 this morning is I wanted 18 on the pull. If I can get 18 on the pull, I have a feeling shorts are going to cover and we're going to get at least a point and a half to the upside. And I'll tell you how I wrote it. Okay. Okay, so on OSTK, I said the stock is gapping down 1. Any pop at the opens towards 2025 to 2050 is a short. However, if this hits 18, long it. So if the stock pulls to 18, you got to long the stock because shorts will want to probably pop it back to 2025 to 2050. Then watch the topping, and then you could short it again. Now, I want you to look at this number. Long 18. So if it popped to 2025, you're going to short it to 18. If it hit 18, you're going to go to 2025. Okay? Do you want to see how the stock did? Are you ready? Now, they had horrible earnings. So think for a second. I'm looking at the stock as an upside move. If the stock pulls, look how my mind works. Works differently than yours. I'm thinking opposite of what you're thinking. You're thinking the stock should go down to 12, 15. I don't think like that. I'm a professional day trader that thinks 10 times ahead. I'm a chess player. I'm 75 moves ahead. I already know I'm going to win the game. I already know. Do you realize that? I'm playing chess with a stock and I already know the move before it even opens. That's who we are. That's what this room is about. That's why we're so special. Look at your chat rooms today, all of you. Any Discord room, any of them. Did any of you tell you that OSTK was going to go long at 18 to 20, 2025? Are you ready? Ding, 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 ding. Pull, 18. There's your 18. Look at the base, how it formed. Ready? Now count. What is that? 2025. Who the fuck am I? That's what you should be asking. Why in the fuck am I not in this room? Seriously. Did you just hand me 2 points on 250 shares? Again? Yeah. Did you just tell me where to buy the stock and where to sell it? Yeah. And instead of asking, how the fuck do you know that? You should be asking, I want to learn that. Can you teach me what you just did? I just understood the stock. I traded the event, but I understood the stock. I understood what the stock was going to do. I understood the short positions in there. I read the report. I did my homework, and I felt very confident the stock would make a move the way it did. And I was right. You want another? I'm going to give you two small cap shorts just because I like you. And you know, the reason why I do these webinars every single day, because I don't need to sell you a DVD. Am I selling you my service? You're fucking A right, I am. This is the best chat room in the world. This is where 12 chat rooms came from. Are you kidding me? I want you to come in here. Do you realize I'm making money just talking to you right now? When I talk, I make money. Look at my Boeing trade. You think I'm fucking around? Huh? Didn't I tell you down here at 371.40 was going to go to 372, but I'm not going to sell it? I took off my limit order because I want 374 to close. You see that? I'm long at 370.44. Am I fucking around? No. I'm trading. I'm paying my bills. I got a lot of bills. Okay? Anyway, let's continue. Let's go to FOS. All right, FOS. All right, I want you to look at this. This is really ridiculous. I want you to read the news. This is really important. Read the news first. So you go to the scanner. Stock gapping up, right? Why is it gapping up? That's the first thing. Why is the stock gapping up? Well, you see this? We have a saying in this room. Hold on. Traders, should I sell Boeing? I'm over 2 points on the trade. Should I just sell it? I'm almost 3. It's 373 now. It's moving. If it was your money, what would you do? I'm 373 now. I'm 2.5. 2.5 point. You know what? I'm going to sell it. I'm going to sell it. You ready? I got 372.90. Okay. So that's my Boeing trade. You know, I took the stock. I did. I mean, I can't. I have to type it in now. Sold beyond. Okay. Here's the Boeing trade. Again, I can't stress enough. Buy the 370 level. Buy the 365 level. I cannot stress it enough. Now look at the move. And I even told traders before I went on break, the stock will make an end of the day room. And look. Now it's 373 and moving forward. But I'm going to take my 2.5. Okay. I've had a very good day. I have one more trade pending, and that is my HIIQ. I own it at 32.92. This is trading. This is live trading. This isn't a game here. All right. This is trading. So anyway, I'm going to look at FAS. Now FAS came out with ridiculous a statement today, and I have a saying in the room: the more information like this, the more you want to short the stock. There's too much here. Also, it's a phase 1 clinical. And for you idiots out there that run chat rooms that don't understand this, phase 1 clinical, write it down because you're dumb, means nothing. The gap should be sold off. It's a clinical trial on a phase 1. It means absolutely not. There's no primary endpoint even met. What the hell is it up for? And you see all this garbage? That's garbage. Huh? It's like toilet paper here. These are just words. I could type this, all meaningless. So what does that mean? It means you go in short on any pop at 9, 850 to 9, and shred it back down to 5. You want to see the notes? I'll show you the notes. FOS, number 2 pick in the room. There's nothing more than a pop and a slow grinder fade to the downside. If this opens at 850, 950, go short and watch the 6 and under. That's what I wrote. That's what I wrote. So if you had 1,000 shares at $9,000 buying power, you'd make over $3,000 today. I'm not shitting you. If you just followed what I wrote, you would make $3,000 today with 1,000 shares. One trade only. You ready? What did I say? If it pops at the open to 8.5 to 9, go short to 6 and under. Guess what? It popped at the open at 8.5 to 9, scale in short to 6 and under. Here's your 6 and under. That is a $3,000 trade on 1,000 shares. You want another one like this? Because I know you're shaking your head. How the fuck do you know this? You want another one? Look at this one. This one's even worse. All right. Stock is up here at what, 340, 360? Why? First question. Why? Ask the why. Demand it. Why is this stupid thing up? Okay. Traders in the room, if you're listening to the webinar, can you tell me in the first sentence why this is a short? Hold on. What's the key word? Can somebody tell me? What's the key word that I highlight up there? Why is this a short? Can anybody see it? What's the key word? No, Ripster, it's not phase 2. You just did a derm. Hector, no, it's not ongoing. Why is it a short? Why is it a short? I just said it in the last one. What was the key word in the last one? Diesel, you have data. You're missing the key word. What is the key word? Steve Hobb, presentation. No. No. Clinical. 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 Remember I said? Clinical data means nothing. It means nothing. It's not a phase 2 primary endpoint. They threw the clinical word in front of a phase 2 to make you believe it was something that it's not. That's why they repeated it twice. And then they threw in the word trial. A clinical trial is even worse than clinical. What does that mean for us? You short the stock. Okay? So you chat rooms that came from here, open your eyes. Write that shit down. You want to look impressive on the next time you get it? You know where you got it from. Clinical. Clinical data, clinical trial is a short. I don't care if it is a phase 2, phase 3, or phase 20 in front of it. It's a short. How do I know that? 16 years day trading. Where's the stock going to go? Let's take a look at my notes. LPTX gapping up. This is nothing more than a pop and fade to 240 and under. That's it. That's your trade. $1,000 shares, 3,000 buying power. You make $600. It's not that hard. You want to see the trade? Here we go. Boom. 340. I said we'll go to 240. There's 240. $1,000 on $3,400. So again, if you had $600 in cash, 6 times buying power, and took 600 shares short or 500 shares short on $600, you would have made $500. Do you realize that? On your $600 today. So don't tell me you can't make money. But you see, if you take that same money and you're in some piece of shit room that's trying to push Amazon and Apple and Nvidia up your ass, you're not going to make anything. Maybe $10. But if you had $600 in our room with margin money, guess what? You make $500. What room would I want to be in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to give you one more, and then I'm going to call it. Boy, I have 2 of them here. I don't know which one to give. What do you think, traders? EW or HIIQ? Well, I'll just go over these 2. All right. EW was. I'll go over HIIQ. This was just simply a slammer. The stock got an upgrade today from FB Riley to $45 price target. My instinct is just short the stock and take it down to 34 and under. The stock ends up, and the reason is HIIQ continues to sell off. Okay, they always sell off their upgrades. Got a lot of defenses out there, but everyone keeps dumping the stock. So I said HIIQ tends to fill their gaps and keep an eye on the price target. Makes a decent move upside today, but they always tend to sell it. So look for the 34 and under. So short the stock, take it to 34 and under. The stock ended up going to 32.55, and the reason is because every time it upgrades and gaps up, it sells off. And I said that HIIQ tends to fill their gaps and analyst calls. Again, the entry, the exit, and the why. The entry, the exit, and the why. All right, so I'm going to give you another one. You ready? Okay, now EW. Now EW, this one had a phase 3 valve proves superior in surgery. Okay, according to the New York Journal, New England Journal of Medicine. Okay, so EW is a little bit different. Now I had multiple upgrades over 200 today. So I wanted to short the stock today at 198, and I wanted to get 10 points to the downside. So that's what I told the chat room. I want to short at 198 and 10 points to the downside. I want you to listen very carefully. I wrote this. Now, if the stock yanks at the open and dumps, you're going to go long at 185, 187. So it's either or. So AJ said pop it first to 198, scale in short, and take it down 10 points. That was the trade. So now I want you to take a look. Are you ready? All right. So EW. Here's the gap up. You see the gap up on thin volume. I'm sorry. You see the gap up? See how thick that is? But the news was good. And this is EW. It's in a different bracket. Okay? So you can't go in there and just short the crap out. You got to wait for it to set up. And then you get paid. So I said the stock would go to 198. It hit 198, no, 197.86. Right? At the open. See the open? Ding, 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 ding. Now count it. 5 points is what? 192? There's 192. I said 5 to 10 points, but we're not done yet. Are you ready? How about another 5 more? 5 to 10. That's what I said. And then it stopped. How do I know this? I've been doing this for 16 years. You haven't. I trade this stock day in and day out. I watch it. I learn it. Every movement. It took me so many years to get to this level. But do I hide it? Why would I? I want you to make money. I want you to pay your bills. I want you to make a living enjoying. Put your money to work. That's what I want to do. You just have to trust my judgment. I have to build trust, and it takes time. But once I do, look at the end result. Imagine taking 100 shares and getting 5 or 10 points. You do the math. Really great trade. Okay? So, I want to thank you so much for joining us today at Awesome Calls Trading. This is just another Monday. Start our week. Great quality calls, ideas, and all written down, entries, exits, and why. Tomorrow you're going to get the same 12. You're going to get another new 12, I should say a new set of 12. I'm going to go walk through each trade. I'm going to manage it with you. I'm going to help you and guide you. All this for $6.75 a day. If you can't make money here, I don't know where you're going to make money. I mean, really, you know, like I said, everyone out there seems to have the secret formula. But if you just come in a room like this, I'll teach you the formula. I'll show it to you. I don't need to sell you or cross-sell you a DVD. I don't need to do anything. I just need to show you daily what we do so it sinks in your head so you could become the best trader that you want to be. Just click here, 25 a day, 100 a week, 197 for the month. Okay? And if you want to join our Discord room, it is constantly growing. We are, I think we are currently 994. We are 6 under 1,000. I hope we can do it today. Let's get there, traders. Hold on. We are so close. So close. Okay? So close. I'm going to, I want to screenshot that. We are almost there. Hold on. I do this, and then I do this, and I do this. Okay? Hold on. Let me just take a snapshot of that. Okay. We are so close to 1,000. Anyway, you could join. It's free. And talk to all the traders in the room, outside the room. It's run by the Great Dark Side. And it's a wonderful, it's where everyone can talk to and be part of it. Also, you can look at my webinars every day on YouTube. And here it is. Just click Awesome Call Trading. And you can see about 142 views. And thank you, Dark Side, for putting that in the Discord. And also thank you, my friend Fire, also that puts it on Instagram. And all the mods, keep retweeting these every night. It's really important. Thank you so much. And that's why our numbers continue to increase. We're averaging over 100 views a night. Very happy. Other than that, you can follow me on Awesome Calls. I'm sorry, AJ Trader 7. I'm the real AJ. And I will see you all tomorrow. All right. Thank you so much. Take care. And God bless. Bye-bye.